Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and I have a 14 by 14 inch canvas still wrapped and another one that's not. And my idea is to go ahead and give myself permission to dip something because I can. And I expect to kind of enjoy this process. I'm going to use some white gloss enamel. Well, I will if I can get it open. I can't. Okay, well, I have other white, so maybe that'll work better. I should have checked my tips. I got it. It's free and easy now. So I'm just going to put it right on top of there, based on the fact that I'm dipping, and in theory, we should be seeing some of that purple first, but there's no guarantee of anything, because I haven't tried this before, and I've been wanting to do it since I saw another artist do it. And I'm so bad with names, I apologize. I do not remember what the other artist's name was. And somebody will tell me. I guarantee it won't be a problem. And I'm just going to keep right on. Making marks that I like. Maybe a little bit of Anita's metallic. And a little Prussian blue, if it'll come out. Big if. Nope, not coming out. It's been a while. I've been doing so many blooms that I've sort of let my paint pouring go by the wayside for a little bit. But I'll be back to scapes and having some fun soon enough. So I definitely need a whole lot of paint to make this happen. And that's kind of okay. I hope. But like I said, I haven't done any painting for a while. And I'm just having fun. I may tip this to spread it around some before we go, which I have been doing quite a bit of with the blooming technique, which you can find on a dedicated playlist. I put it there because I figured if you were looking for it, I should help you find it. Lots of blues and greens and some more purple. Oh yeah, that's an iridescent that's, I still have a stash left of Masterminds before they stop making it. And I want some orange. I'm gonna risk it. I actually pulled some out. I thought I pulled some out. I've got some really nice green metallic too. This may or may not work. It'll partially work no matter what. I'm not thinking a lot about it, and I apologize. That's my thing. I say I'm channel. I'm just sort of open to whatever universal suggestion is coming my way, i.e. my muse talking in my ear. Sometimes, more often than not, fortunately for me. That back. It's the end of my day. It's time to pull out the magenta. And whatever I see on here is something I expect to see on the other canvas. But whatever I leave behind is going to be interesting because it'll dry, in theory. It'll dry as a skin, and that'll be kind of cool. I could even, you know, adhere it to something else after a while if I wanted to. So I have another color of that pink. Whoop, that's all Floetrol. Okay, well, we're gonna flood that so it's not a problem. And then go back in with what? With the white enamel. Let's use some black enamel if I can get it out. Oh, good. Okay. Bit of a shake. I know a lot of people in the past have made mention that it's kind of verboten to use black, but that's not my thing. I'm not worried about it. Do what you feel you must and what you're inspired to do, and to heck with everything else. And then do it. If you find out it doesn't work, okay, it doesn't work. More often than not, if you're inspired, it's going to work. I want a little more of that orange. This is all about the setup. Yes, that was me cleaning dried on paint out of the tip of my bottle with my teeth. I thought I'd never admit that. Maybe I shouldn't have anyway. Oh well, never mind. So, what am I missing? Not much. I got a lot of everything. Maybe a little more of this blue. Did I put any of that in there? Yeah, I did. I just put that silly cap back on. So that's kind of nice, and I haven't put any gold in there, and I still want some. And I think the gold is going to be everywhere. As long as it'll keep coming out, that is. Yes, and I am just dribbling freely over the surface. Splooging. It might be a lot of paint, but I really wanted to try this. What am I missing? What am I missing? Something. That's probably not it. Oh, maybe it is. Really like that. And I have a lot of it, which means I haven't used a lot of it lately, or I just mixed it recently and then went away. We have no idea how this is going to work, but it'd be really cool if it did, wouldn't it? And right now, we've got a neat bunch of patterns, and I'm wondering if I want just a little bit more of that orange, which is probably all I can have since it's only coming out tiny little squeezes at a time. Come out. Which might make for interesting patterns. Oh, come out. It's really hard to get that orange out from underneath my fingernails, so I guess I'm gonna try and open that. And use my skewer again. My pants are so cute. They're just covered with paint. Hey, whoop. Okay, fine. Be that way. See if I care. Splatter right on my abstract, my accidental abstract. Ooh, I didn't want the whole bottle though. It's not going back on cleanly. That means the threads need to be cleaned out. Alright, that's it. I don't know how much more time I have. And I know I could start by just dipping an acetate sheet on there. Sounds like I'm broken open in the back. Sounds like there's something in the container. Yeah, it's one of those little desiccant packages. That's so funny. So, speaking of edge catchers, which I probably wasn't, let's just go ahead and stop that paint from going anywhere at all and cover a few spots. And I could probably, in theory, I could probably cover the other canvas with a layer of paint, but I probably should have done that first if I was going to do it at all. So I'm just tipping onto the edge catcher and letting the paint do its own thing. I think I'm going to use all of that paint on that edge catcher and put it down right there. I'll probably have to clean my spatula. Who knows what's going to happen? It's not going to be any conventional pattern, that's for sure. And there's a lot of work going into this, and I might make mud Might be nobody ever sees this. Whoops. Well, while that's tipping, I can take the rest of this off here and put it right there. That did make mud. Okay, well, let's make prettier mud. Just bring that over. I don't even know if I have enough paint, to tell you the truth, to do what I intend on doing, but we're going to find out. That sound is so funny. Let's just right down to the edge. Not worry about it. Go back the other way. I've gotten so used to making a blooming mess that I'm okay with making a pouring mess. Alright, I gotta wash my hands off. I'll be right back in a minute. So is there anything that I feel like I should add to that would make it better right now? And I think the only thing that I can think of that I'd like to do is add some magenta up there and look for any little missing spots, and there really aren't any others. And there we go. I'm almost to the point where I can actually do something with this. Alright, so here goes nothing. And I'm going to flip it. I'm using dog food bags. She's going to have a pretty interesting pattern on it. I think I'm going to use my studio rag and wipe that off. Whoops. Maybe that was a bad idea. It'll be what it'll be. I'm going to have to flip it back over again because I can't press down. I just realized how silly of me. I could rip open the back of the canvas and then we'd have a really schmutzy canvas. So what I am going to do is take my spatula and run it right along under the edge. Rotate my turntable. Alright, that's it. I'm going to try and force these apart. I don't know. That's my canvas. I think my my original thing looked better than the canvas does. And it's very, very slippery. And I can certainly dip right into that if I were brave enough. But I'm really not brave enough. I'd have to put it down first. Maybe I will do that. Alright, so let's see what happens. Dip right across. We got a little bit of mucky looking stuff going on. Dippity-doo-dah. That's kind of cool. I like the effect that's having. I'll have to remember that for another time. I could still probably torch this. It's going to come up a moment when I'm not going to know how far I can go with this. But as long as I can see a puddle of paint, I can cover the edge, which is kind of neat. And a little bit of fun. Definitely like sticking the edge of the canvas in. And if you rock it, you can see what you're getting. And then it becomes agitated. So if I stick this aside, have I got a place to put it? That's the question. And I do. I got 1:56 seconds. Remember, this one's the wrapped one. And I'm wondering if I should just do something bizarre like swipe some stuff because I can. And just keep doing weird stuff. Kind of like that better before I did part of that, but that's okay. Girls gotta play. Where's my... I've got the purple. What do I want to do? I've got chain too. That that pretty purple color that I have an excess of is going to be a wonderful thing in here. So I started with a dip and I finished with who knows what you want to call this. And I've got 2 minutes left to tell you guys I do sell my artwork and whatever else I might want to tell you. I said I didn't mind putting black in, but I'm having a hard time convincing myself that I want to do that. I have little tiny swipe cards and I'm very inclined to go ahead and see what I can do right over the top. With my dip. It was probably just as cool without the swipe, to tell you the truth. But I like different, and I like experimenting. And I don't want to get rid of that orange I just saw. That was pretty cool. So this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, reminding you to watch the videos longer if you want to see me stay here on YouTube. It's what the YouTube algorithm knows that will help me. I appreciate your comments, and all your contributions have been really appreciated. You guys have kept me painting and kept me at YouTube for, in April, if I make it to April 2020, it'll be 2 years. And thank you so much. And pardon me for using my dip as a background, but I think that's actually pretty cool. Although I did just run through some cells I liked. So, rather than using the chain, I think I'm just going to say that I'm pretty happy with all that, and I love you guys, and I will see you anon. Check another video or check my created playlists if you're looking for more videos, because there are 1,000 of them there, all organized in nice genres or by the 100. And I'm sure if you visit, you'll have some fun. The only thing I really want is some orange, and I'm not sure you're going to be gone or not. I've got 1 minute left to tell you guys, shop my Teespring. It's underneath the video. I really appreciate that. It's all over print leggings and all over print t-shirts and all kinds of other cool stuff. And I really want some of that magenta. And I'm having a good time. Even though I went through a lot of trouble for something that's mostly gone right at this moment, I still love my colors. And I love you guys. So if you want to check for another video, look for the community board on my channel, or go to Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group, which is the place for students on Facebook. And while you're there, if you want, you look for merchandise on Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, totes, and more, because I've got a link there to a Shop Now button that takes you to Fine Art America and Pixels.com, and that's the place you can find all my stuff since 2013. I will see you guys anon. Bye for now. Priscilla out. Well, that was fun.